Hello, welcome to Nwokea Podcast. My name is Violet Mbechikwere Wokafor Wade. Today, we are going to have a special guest, my handsome nephew, Tochi Wokafor. He's joining us remotely on the Zoom, and we're going to be talking about mental wellness. So, welcome, Tochi.
Thank you, Auntie.
So let me ask you,
Okay.
do you feel like mental wellness is openly discussed enough amongst you? Do you think?
For how would I even put it? Like, okay, in a general note, right? I don't really think it is well being discussed on a general note,
Okay.
right? But when it comes to my own personal, like my own circle of friends, within my circle of friends, right? I feel like we are more vocal about it when it comes to mental wellness, your mental states, your mental health and everything. I think to an extent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
on a general note, in this side of my world, right? I don't really think it's being discussed as it should be. Like like the issue that has to do with mental awareness is in most cases like regulated or pushed as a secondary thing.
Right.
Do you get? So you see someone who's probably passing through a lot, and you're like, bro, just take a chill. Like you're like, no, child, guy. Like life is. I don't really have time to start thinking about myself. I'm like, bro, if something happens to you right now, do you get? You will definitely start thinking about yourself. So why not just take a chill pill and then reflect on certain things and then take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of your mental health, you get like the other things that follow suit will probably end up as a disaster. So there's no need, rushing. Yeah. But then so because of our society, right, I don't think a lot of people have the luxury, to be aware or to take action in regards to mental awareness.
Right.
So I don't think a lot of people have the luxury, or probably they're ignorant of, the huge effects, the negative
that it has on
this thing
them.
have on us. Have on us.
So
on a general note, I don't think it's being discussed as it should be.
Okay. And you mentioned something, when the person has a lot of things going on in their lives, when they are when you don't have enough resources within you to be able, you have a job that is paying you, or you're going to school to learn, but a lot of the times you're not getting the education you want. Because of a lot of things not being accessible, you don't even think that you have enough time to think about your mental well-being. Right. So
and that thing, sorry to cut you short though.
No problem.
So that thing is this, in this part of our world, like going to the therapy, visiting a therapist and then having a therapy session is not really something that we are so familiar about.
Right.
Like we're not familiar with it, like unlike the Western world where people are, they're familiar with going to the therapist. Over here, they kind of they still regard visiting a therapist as a waste of money.
Right.
So fine. Some might not even have the resources to probably go see a therapist, right? But then the one that you have to do within yourself to protect yourself, people still are not really aware that okay, fine, I might not really have the resources to go see a therapist for a section, right? But then there are certain things there's certain boundaries you can actually set for yourself to actually take care of the ones you can actually take care of.
Right.
Because when it comes to mental awareness, you can't really take care of all your mental. Put it all out, put it out. No, you can't always put all in check, right? But at least there's some steps you can take to put certain ones, in place.
Right.
Because so over here, I don't really think that is. So that's actually one of the saddest things, though. Especially among the youths.
Right.
You get. So you experience certain kind of things, and then like unemployment and a lot of things are affecting the country, right?
Right.
And it's affecting because whatever is happening in the country, in most cases, right, it will definitely affect us as a citizen.
Definitely.
Yeah. So in all these things, and then there is no room for one to actually say, okay, fine. I mean, I've had enough. Let me probably go see professional.
Right.
So actually it helped me. So it's not really a thing over here, which is sad.
And let me explain when you say it's not a thing over there. Let me explain to to our listeners that when you say that you are actually right now in Ghana, correct?
Okay, I'm actually here in Ghana.
Yeah, you are.
So I'm speaking on behalf of West Africa.
West Africa.
Because I settled between Ghana and Nigeria, so I'm more like I'm talking from both sides, which doesn't. I don't see much of a difference.
Right.
With the two countries here.
Right. Yeah, I wanted to make that clear. And I am in the U.S. myself, and you are in Ghana and Nigeria, West Africa. So so when you say over here, that's what you mean. And
that's what I mean.
Right. Because the resources that are available in the Western side of the world is not readily available to on that side because of economic situations, because of lack of resources. You mentioned unemployment amongst the youth, lack of resources within the families. When a father, for example, does not know how he's going to provide for his family at the end of the day, I don't think he's ready to hear his child come and tell him that he has a mental issue. He said,
you see that?
You're starving. When you're starving, who is thinking about mental issues? To go and talk to a counselor when you don't even have money to eat.
That you said, like, that goes in, within, within our age grade, like, that goes this way, like, if you don't get money, like, you're not supposed to, get mental illness, something like that. Like, you need to have money first, right? For you to not say, okay, fine, I need to, other things will not come in.
Yes.
But when you don't have the resources, where you're not eating first, where you're not even aware first, right? Those things will come out of reach.
Yeah, and I've heard this saying too, that mental issue is for the rich because they have too much, then they have enough free time to work.
Time for themselves, to actually reflect on themselves.
Right, but you and I know that is not true. Mental well-being is something that no matter your economic situation, the resources available is something that affects all of us, whether you're young, or your youth, or your older person. It's something that affects all of us as human beings. So we are using this, time to kind of address some of those things that we can do, whether you have the resources to go to a counselor or not. Those things that we can do within ourselves, whether you're in West Africa, in Africa, or you're in United States or London or wherever. These are some of the things as human beings that we can do to maintain our mental wellness, right? So that we will be able to take care of ourselves. We'll be able to, discuss it with some of our friends, checking on our friends, how they are doing, be able to set boundaries so that other people do not have such a negative effect or influence on our lives, right? Not allowing negativity to always come into our lives, but be able to set boundaries and be able to take care of ourselves. And then when we are okay, we can then step out, and when somebody's trying to bring negativity, you can then say no. You'll be able to use words to say, or maybe that person is going through their own stuff. The funny thing is all of us go through stuff.
Regardless of your class.
As a human being,
as a human being,
regardless.
We all face our,
so if we can recognize that and then don't think it's a shameful thing when we're going through that, thinking, if I only have money, this wouldn't be happening to me. But no, that's really not true. It's a human thing that we should be able to always be in a space that we are, that we take care of ourselves, find some of those practices that we can do to make sure that our mental wellness is always in check, right?
And one of the things, one thing that can always stand out for me, right, is like the self-kindness, like, the kindness you show yourself.
Right.
You get, most people don't, like, they still regard, self-kindness as one being selfish, which is not true, right? As a person, you need to be kind to yourself. Being kind to yourself means you can be optimistic about life. You get? At the same time, understand that reality or situations can actually be at fault without you. Let me just give an example, right?
Right.
So I do tell people, like, especially in this part of my world, right, like my fellow young people within my age group, right?
Right.
That in most cases, right, we shouldn't you shouldn't see yourself, like, you should first of all see yourself as someone who happens to be in an unfortunate society that don't really appreciate you.
Right.
Not that you're not doing enough. Sometimes we kind of blame ourselves that maybe we're not doing enough. That's why we're not getting enough.
Right.
You get. But then if you kind of get get that awareness that it has little to do with you not doing enough, but more it has to do with your environment, your society.
Right.
Yeah, because the society will definitely have an impact on you.
Yes.
And if you ignore the fact that if you ignore the impact the society is having on you and blaming yourself, that's you being unkind to yourself.
Exactly.
For example, let's just say I'm an app developer, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then I'm coming back with hope that I will probably get a job done, maybe I have a contract with someone, maybe get it done and then deliver the project, right?
Right.
And then I'm getting home, there's no lights, there's no electricity for me to work with.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so which will probably delay the project and maybe cause the person to cancel the project, the contract with me,
right?
Which will probably affect my financial state as well,
right?
Yeah. Before blaming yourself, understand that it was beyond your control.
Exactly.
What happened? The situation was beyond your control.
Yes.
That was the reason why you weren't able to deliver.
Right.
Not because you weren't able to, not because you're not capable to deliver the project,
exactly.
but because the environment, the situation,
right.
the circumstances
didn't allow you.
It's an unfortunate one. Yeah,
yes.
Made it impossible to
right.
to take place. So most times, if you get aware of those kind of things, right? It will probably give you room to give yourself some credit.
Exactly, and maybe even be able to communicate that to the person you're working with,
as well.
Instead of feeling,
exactly.
Taking it on and feeling ashamed, but being able to openly communicate to that person and say, hey,
the person and be like, hey,
hey guy, I'm in this part of the world where we don't have enough electricity, connection, internet and all that, and it's preventing me from being able to deliver at this time. I know that we are in a crunch to meet this deadline. Is it able for us to extend it? Is it able, and then you can even share with that person some of the things you're doing. I'm gonna go to another location and see if I can,
work with,
exactly. So it's communication. It's being aware some of the things that is beyond your control, yes.
And then communicate it to
and
the
communicate that communication, because sometimes we don't feel worthy enough to communicate. No. We are so desperate, and we think the other person wouldn't.
That's part of social conditioning as well.
Exactly. Yes. Communication is very important. Being aware of those things you don't have control over. That's a great point. I'm glad you made that point, and I'm so glad. This is a conversation I think we should continue to keep talking about so that we can keep learning more about it and keep sharing. Sharing some of the things that we can do that is within our control, and then maybe take the next step. What can we do to improve some of the circumstances that are affecting us? Would you agree?
Yeah, I do agree with you.
Great, fantastic. So I'm enjoying this,
I'm enjoying it as well.
Thank you for watching this episode on Manifest, Communicate, Wellness. We hope you are inspired to have open communication about your wellness. Please watch our next episode where we expand our conversation with surprise guests from around the world. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, and turn on the bell to be notified of new episodes. Thank you so much. Be sure to take care of yourself and each other. Bye-bye.